Alright, so been kind of busy working on my stuff. So I made upper control arms for this quad because before it just had spindles right here, and yeah, they would camber in as the wheel went up, and now I fixed that. I made this lower ball joint is an inner tie rod from a Volkswagen, and this is the outer tie rod. And I got some adjustability there, and then I made like a little. There's a skateboard bushings there for the I don't know what I would call those things. Track bars maybe you call them track bars. But yeah, it didn't affect the steering at all, and it really helps. It doesn't bump steer at all anymore. It's awesome. Let's see if I can get it did lower the front a little bit. Yeah, I don't think I can get a good view of that. But yeah, so this bike's done now. Last time I made a video of it, it was not done yet. It drives awesome. I actually made fenders for it. It was like the first thing I ever made fenders for. Came out pretty good. Let me try to get it in the light here. Alright. So yeah. It's got the 4-speed transmission there, as you can see. And then the suspension is working good. There's a tensioner here that moves. Actually, does this move with the swing arm? Yeah, it's got to, right? No, it does not move with the swing arm. The swing arm just moves down, and it tensions the chain when it's down here, and then as it goes up, the chain can get looser because it wants to. Yeah, because this that bar is a little short, and it makes everything weird. But it works perfectly now. This is the shifter. Just click it up. It's actually, I thought it was going to be awkward to shift, but it's actually pretty sweet. It's pretty easy to find gears. First gear is pretty useless. I'm probably going to get rid of first. And just have second, like put a spacer where first is inside the tranny, and just yeah, have a 3-speed, because I don't know, we'll see. It's nice to have that crawling gear, but honestly, this transmission here is probably better suited for the quad, and this transmission might be better suited for a bike, besides the fact that this tranny is an H pattern shifter. So like it's in gear now, so yeah, now it's not. So yeah, it goes this way and sideways. Oh, yeah. I'll show you the brake on this side. I made that pedal, and there's a cable, and it goes to that factory dirt bike brake. These wheels are from like a 70 clone, like a Chinese dirt bike Honda clone thing. I don't know. I think that the last video I made of this was pretty short. I would like to have a kickstand on it. I never make a kickstand on any of my stuff, any of my bikes. So yeah, the suspension's ride height is adjustable here, so there's like an inch or two in there that can come out, and I can raise it. And then also these shocks are adjustable. I made that muffler. Came out pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Yeah, overall this bike is amazing. The front suspension works great. Having this little kickback in the fork here, where the fork, well, this main part of the fork kicks back here, it helps keep this axle in line with the actual pivot point. So yeah, that helps a lot. I actually could use a little bit more, but it all works out. Yeah, this is like a lampshade or something. And these plastic pieces are from a bucket. But yeah, it's actually really quick. Really quick bike. You can go through the gears really quickly and stuff. And, definitely quicker than the quad. Also, it's lighter than the quad, probably. Yeah, and it's actually not as heavy as I thought it was gonna be. Like, thinking it like with the tranny and stuff, it's lighter than my old red bike that had a torque converter. Like that tranny's about the same weight as a 30 series torque converter all set up on the motor. Yeah. And in this situation, it's actually more compact on a bike. It's really quite nice to ride. The one with the torque converter, you were straddling it like you were on a freaking horse saddle. And this motor, I'm gonna add an extra link in this chain and bring the motor towards me. You can see right there, there's a lot of room for it to come towards me this way, and that way it'd be easier to get to the brake with this foot. And you can see the brake mechanism there. How it all works. And this guy here comes off. It's really stout, strong. Yeah. I think that's all I got. This came out really good though, the suspension on the quad. Happy with it. Next project I think is gonna be a couple of race karts with slick tires. Probably gonna have a Predator. We got a 125 dirt bike motor that we got for one of them, and mine will probably have a Predator. It's gonna be our next project, so get those for the summer. Try to get some riding of these two things. I want to get some testing on this, but it's so damn muddy. I'm probably gonna brace this, probably make a better thing here, maybe some more bushings here. I just didn't have enough bushings to make both sides on rubber, so this is on like a plastic bushing here. So maybe if I just get 2 skateboard bushings to sandwich it this way and that way, that'd be nice. Won't let it go, because this is to control the caster, and yeah, so it won't yeah, it's to control the A-arm going this way. Well, yeah, I mean, there was I remember some guy talking about how this transmission wasn't gonna last because I put this thing here. I beat the shit out of this quad, and I think that these trannies could actually handle 420 Predator. That's probably about the most power it can handle, is probably like 15 horsepower. And you'd probably start breaking stuff in here. But you could always take out the cast shift collars and make your own. If you had, you know what I mean? If you had a mill, I could probably do it with an angle grinder. But and then the shift keys in there, the actual things that the collars ride on, is kind of a weak point that I built into this, so that if it ever binds up, that's what will break. It won't like snap a gear or something. Otherwise, this thing is just a tank. I'd love to have a rear swing arm on this thing someday, but I think it would just be better to just build a new quad at that point, because this rear frame it's just so nice and simple. So that's all I got. Thanks for watching.